What is up, everybody? Ninja Nick here with Tactical Gaming, bringing you guys a quick little video. And this one is on the actual announcement on Xenoverse 3, which I was right about the year 1000 when it came to it. I was like, yeah, this is probably going to be Xenoverse 3. And if it's going to be Xenoverse 3, it's probably going to be more of based in the year 1000, moreover than actual, like, time patrolling. And from what I've seen from one of the trailers, I'm not too sure if it was this one. This is on PlayStation, so you can go check that out. But I'm going to be talking and everything through this because I have some thoughts, right? So, age 1000. So, I'm thinking the whole premises of your character and whatever race that you play as, which I mean, they might have some new races in this from what we see. But I'm thinking, right? I'm thinking. God, the music choice, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But whatever. But yeah, I'm thinking you're gonna be more of like an officer or a police officer or a patroller or a guardian, whatever they're gonna call it, for like this city. Like you're gonna like protect this time frame, meaning like this year, like the year 1000 and all that, right? Time patrollers, they go into the past, they deal with all that stuff, while your type of job is to protect what's going on currently right now. You know what I mean? I think that's gonna be the premises of this game. Yeah, the one I watched did not have this song. It had like a Japanese one, so yeah. This is the American one. Oh my god. But yeah, so Saiyans, humans, demons. They might give us androids. They might give us androids, but doubtful.
Look alive! Another incident in New City.
So this is where I'm kind of thinking, like, the multiple different races, right? So you have probably Saiyan down over here in the left corner. Human probably up in the upper left corner. The big old screen with that dude, you clearly know he is an android. He's a bio-android, technically, so I'm pretty sure that might also be a race to choose from, right? And then, the female might also be an android, but just like an actual android, kind of like how like Android 17 and 16 and like not so much 18 but 17 and 16 were like actual androids that just look human, right? I'm thinking those are some of the new races, right? Could be wrong though.
That's your cue to head out and
take care of it. The fact that Bulma's still alive.
All right, Brett. Ready? Oh yeah!
I'm guessing someone made a wish for Dragon Ball for her to like live forever or something.
Nice.
The one I watched was like not in English at all. I didn't think they had an English one. It's funny. Oh, yeah. I'm thinking it's going to be based just in this time frame alone. Meaning you're going to be protecting the world from invasions and purgings and all sorts of stuff. Right? But yeah. Capsule Corps. Especially with the fact that you have costumes that say Capsule Corp on it.
Just up ahead.
It makes you definitely seem like you more of like protect the city.
Myself. Now, here comes the hero.
Find out the one with the scar on his face is actually the same, and the dude with the white hair is the human. That would laugh so hard. But yeah, that is the trailer so far, right? So I'm very curious on what's going to happen with this game. With what we see so far, it definitely looks like you're gonna have like a player room that you're gonna have, which will be interesting. Say player room. This is probably like an opening spot to where like how you become a part of the Capsule Corp workforce or whatever you're going to become. I mean, if you have the whole city to explore, that's pretty cool. The fact that she's still alive is insane. Definitely had to be in a wish to the dragon.
Wow, you really caught me off guard.
Or something to do with that necklace.
Okay?
Yep. Comes out in 2027. I mean, that's pretty interesting. It might be good. We don't know very much other than this one trailer so far, but I'm definitely thinking that the story premise is probably going to be more based around in the year 1000, meaning like your whole job is to keep this city safe, but not even just the city, but like the whole planet. Like your whole job and goal is to keep this time frame safe from either incursions from other time frames, right? So just like people invading this time frame from other time frames, and or invasions from like alien races like Frieza's race or whatever be the case, right? So something along those lines makes a little bit more sense than like you being a time patroller and like your job is to like go and like fix the timeline. This more seems like you're going to have nothing to do with time patrolling. Now granted, how are they going to do like the learning of skills is the question. You know what I mean? I'm very curious on that. It is Capsule Corp, so probably some kind of training thing. Some kind of like simulator thing to where like you can actually go in, choose someone you want to train with or whatever, and you can learn skills that way. They might do it that way, which would be interesting. Um, but yeah, I'm curious on how they're gonna go about making this game. 2027, not that far off. A lot of people are assuming because I was watching this one dude's video for a little bit and was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna do a video on this. But a lot of people are assuming there's going to probably be like no new content because the year this is coming out, very little, like actually no new content for Super will be coming out. But the thing is, the way I see it is, if this game's whole premise is like going to be natural about like what's going on in the actual like time frame of this game, and not like the premise of what's happened in the past like shows, right? And not use any kind of premises other than the fact that, oh hey, this character in Super exists, this character in Dragon Ball exists, this character like take real characters from the timeline, use them, but like make it more of a premises in the timeline of the year 1000, which is why I'm thinking they're calling it Project 1000, because they're not going to be going to the year 782, the year 700, the year like what what I mean. They're not going to be going into the past to different time frames all over the place. No, it's just going to be year 1000, right? I'm thinking they might give us two forms of androids, right? A bio android type, and a humanoid looking android type that's like not technically an actual like human at all. And each one will have different ways of like gaining up ki. So bio androids can naturally charge up their ki, while an android has to like make physical contact via either punching or like grappling or whatever to like bring it up, or maybe a block skill that might absorb like blasts, which would be cool too if they did something like that. And just kind of like mix match, make it to the point to where someone can pick and choose how their like ability work for their characters would be cool. And then of course, humans, Saiyans. I kind of hope they make humans a little bit more badass in this than they do like anything else, because like people just want to trash talk humans as if humans can't be strong. Now, granted, I mean, not all of them, but I mean, I can see how a select few could be really, really strong. But digress off of that. New race such as like a demon race that might be implemented, considering in Daima or whatever. Because after GT, I really didn't pay attention because I watched a little bit of Super and I was like, I'm good. So Dragon Ball all the way. But Yeah, I see how they can still use assets from all the past time frames, everything they've done with Xenoverse 1, 2, and this one, and still have an original story that's just based in this time frame, which is what I think they're going to do. Truly. I don't think they're going to probably do the whole time patrolling thing. They did 2 whole games on that. They're probably going to be like, hey, let's do it this way instead, and that's it, which would be really cool. I'd be fine with that. Yeah, I mean, because like instead of you being a time patroller, like you're some kind of like global police officer or some shit, right? Clearly, you work for Capsule Corp, but I mean, some kind of like police officer protecting like the planet or the city or something like that, something along those lines. But yeah, of course they're gonna have the Namekian race because you see Piccolo in the trailer. Um, Boo race, I'm pretty sure is gonna be in there. Um, so all the races that we currently have had, we'll probably have. We'll probably just have an android race now and a demon race. Like if they decide to add any other race other than that, I'd be kind of surprised. You know what I mean? But at the same time, they probably could. I can see us getting like some of the other Saiyans from the other universes as trainers in Xenoverse 3, possibly. But we'll definitely see in what they decide to do and everything else. Hope there's like a whole bunch of Dragon Ball content. That'd be gnarly, but also doubtful. But yeah, that's it for it. That was the trailer reveal. This was like several days ago. But yeah, looked very interesting. I'm kind of excited about it, kind of not, considering that beginning intro where that dude chose that song. I did not like that. But at the same time, that just might be because of this generation and their music choices. That's probably why. Makes a lot more sense when you think of it that way. But yeah, hopefully, this ends up being a good game, just as good as Universe 1 was. Because Xenoverse 1 was awesome. Xenoverse 2 was great because of the amount of content they gave. So hopefully this is a good balance of both. But that's it for the video, guys. I hopefully you all enjoyed this. Make sure you guys go check out w.gg and use my code TacticalGaming90 for 10% off. Link and all of that will be in the comment section down below. It'll be the pinned comment. It will take you directly to Dubby. So pick and choose whatever you want. They're an energy drink supplement company, zero sugar, non-jitteries, zero crash. So go check them out. Go see what kind of flavors you want. Actually, kind of tasty for zero sugar, to be honest, and I hate zero sugar. So let me know what y'all think. Catch me for my next one, guys, and later.